don't tell you.
What they don't tell you.
What they don't tell you.
Podcast.
Real news about real topics. That's what I like about this show.
Or mode for the most sincerest expression.
So it's truth and jest. I pride myself on saying real
What they don't tell you podcast.
People don't even notice I'm saying.
I'm just using your gifts as a vehicle.
They can feel it, but I don't think they really know. But they feel it, because when people come up to me, they say it. I love
If
that.
I was looking for advice from people in the industry,
What
how
they
to
don't
not
tell
have to
you.
compromise.
Oh, it's hard to be woke. What they don't tell you podcast.
How do I do this without having to compromise who I am, what I represent, what I want to share, how I impart my gift? It's my real truth.
Is that even fucking possible? Am I allowed to say fucking? Bleep that out.
What they don't tell you.
What they don't tell you.
What they don't tell you.
Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the What They Don't Tell You podcast. We are your hosts, DJ Mifflin
Keisha Williams.
And Keith Vance.
and we are the
B Squad.
That's right, standing for Black excellence, Black entertainment, and being whoever we want to be. Listen, we have another great show for you today. You guys excited?
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, guys. So hold on. We're going to get it going.
What they don't tell you.
What they don't tell you
What they don't tell you.
podcast.
Hey, oh, what you thankful for? Yeah, hey, oh, what you thankful for? Hey, oh, what you thankful for? Hey, oh, what you thankful for? That's right, everybody. Once again, what are you thankful for? Oh, what you thankful for? Yeah, hey, oh, what you thankful for? Hey, oh, what you thankful for? Hey, oh, what you thankful for? Miss Keisha, what you thankful for today?
So I'm thankful for eating dessert first. I truly believe that you need to be able to get what you can when you can get it, and I'm all about living it up.
See, you the one that wasn't listening to the rules growing up. All right, Keith, what about you? What you thankful for?
Me, I'm actually thankful for H2O, man. I love water. I think it's something that should be drank daily by the gallon by all of us. It keeps you with clear skin, and it's just great for you, man. We're actually 90% water, so drink more water.
Well, you just got deep on us right there, didn't you? Water. Okay, I'll take it. Well, listen, I'm grateful for the beer that I'm drinking right now since we're talking about drinks. No. But I'm just thankful for, once again, just new life, new beginnings. I'm thankful for just, like I said, my family, always my family. And I'm thankful for just another day of no rain. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sunshine.
Yes. I'm a warm guy.
Sunshine,
I don't like
blue
cold.
skies.
I don't like cold. Even
No
from
one
the-
does.
Don't like cold. Well, listen, guys, we got a great show for you today, guys, so stay tuned.
What they don't tell you.
What they don't tell you
What they don't tell you.
podcast.
This is the business with Keisha Williams.
Welcome back, everyone, and now we're going to roll into the bee's nest. Be enriched, be educated, and be entertained. So today we're going to be talking about a topic that I think is hitting a lot of people now that it's official, the stimulus package. So a lot of you guys have found out that some of you, not all, are going to be eligible to get up to $1,200 from the government. Some people are looking at this as President Trump's handout. How do you all feel about it?
Man, all I know is I ain't getting jack. I owe child support. So
Yep, same here.
I don't even get to see none of that
Right.
money.
And
so
I mean, I
you
never
keep that package.
Yeah. I never stopped working, so.
It's going right to my baby mother.
Right? So you guys are already naming some of the reasons why I said some of y'all and not all of you. Yes, if you owe child support,
That's
you
bullshit.
are not eligible
is
for that
unfair.
$1,200 economic stimulus.
Ain't fair.
If you are still working, you get up to $1,200, but you're going to get even less simply because you are still employed. And don't get me wrong, like, I mean, it's bittersweet. I'm fortunate to be able to work a day job, but I know plenty of people whose companies are slowly starting to let them go, lay them off, or just tell them not to come back. You know?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's hard times out there. But just out of curiosity, so I know both of y'all said that y'all couldn't get it, but if you did, what would you do with that $1,200?
Invest it, put it away, because first of all, you're gonna have to end up paying that back anyway.
Taxes.
Secondly, it's getting taxed.
Yep.
So you're not gonna get all of it. So it's really not a lot of money. So what I'm going, if I so happen to get it, if I'm lucky enough to be able to get this money, I'm gonna put it away for a rainy day. Store it. Put it
A
in my
rainy
pillow.
day, more
So
like a
you are
drizzle.
not stimulating the economy.
I am
That's
not.
your answer to the
I
question.
mean,
much.
$1,200 ain't nothing.
Because there's gonna be
but
a lot of
drizzle.
brothers buying new rims, new jewelry, new
Jordans.
Do people buy rims
Clothes,
like that
new-
anymore?
Yes.
Yes,
People
it's
still
a
buy
thing.
rims. It's
Wow.
just
Yes, it's still a thing. Sorry.
Okay, still a thing.
Fast and
Okay.
Furious is the reason why it keeps going.
they just don't spin anymore.
You're right. They don't spin.
Just don't
You're right.
They just, nobody's rocking spree wells. now.
Right. That's
That was a thing.
the only
Yeah.
difference.
So, okay. So, how about for you, Keith?
For me, if I was to get the money, which I will not because I am in the rears in child support, and plus I've gone to work every day, like overtime. So if I could get the money, I'd probably go get me like a pound of weed. I'm not even gonna lie, I'd probably get like a pound of weed and
Hey,
really
I mean,
stimulate the
He's
economy.
honest.
I mean, why not, dude?
That's a one person's economy. That is not going back.
No, that's gonna help.
It's
Like,
going
that's
back.
gonna
It's going
help
back to
my.
Whose economy are you helping when you
That's gonna help
a
my
pound of weed?
neighbors.
A pound of weed.
Right.
That's gonna help
Really?
my
'Cause you're
friends.
sharing with the neighborhood?
Well, no, I mean they're gonna buy from me.
So you're buying to resell.
Correct. Isn't that what?
I mean-
Isn't that stimulating the economy? Like
Not
now,
the
my
economy.
I mean,
Those
not,
are
I get what you're saying.
individuals'
Not
economies.
everybody is going to be,
Benefit.
Well, I
benefiting
mean,
from that,
dude,
but-
everybody smokes weed now.
Do they?
It's like
I mean, our president smoked weed, so after
Right.
that, I kind of figured
Which
everybody
one?
else.
Trump.
All of them.
Yeah, some of them did cocaine. What you mean?
See how orange that kid is right now?
Oh, he smokes his orange OG Kush.
Orange Kush.
Orange Kush.
Agent Orange.
That's
Right.
right.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
orange.
Well, okay, so I mean, if I got the $1,200, I mean, I do like the idea of investing it in our community
Not
or
we.
in
That's
your
true.
individual.
No,
I'm gonna
I
call
do.
yours a community effort,
right.
and I'm gonna call DJ's a
What?
personal effort.
It's not. I'm going to spend it. I'm just
I mean,
going
you
to
said you're
wait.
investing it. I mean, now's a smart time.
I'm going to
for
wait till after they
investment.
tax it and do all they got to do with it, and then they
Yeah.
ask for it back.
They're gonna do all that before you get it.
They're going
They're
to get
not
it right
gonna
back.
give you
So
the check
technically,
and
I'm
then
doing
start
something.
pulling dollars
I'm doing
out.
something for the community because they're going to get it right back as soon as they ask for it back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I might as well hold on to it, keep working, and then when they ask for it back, it ain't gonna hurt my pockets, and I'm gonna get it right back to them.
That's
See?
fair. That's fair.
I'll have weed when he's trying to figure out
no.
what he's doing with that
No.
money.
And I'll be over at his house,
Right.
crying because I was like, I could have used that money.
Wow. And then he's gonna offer you some of the weed
Hey,
at a discount.
see how it gets back to the community?
Because
You
this
see?
is the
course.
stimulus.
That's how it gets back to the community. See?
Exactly.
Stimulus
See?
the
package.
community.
I'm
not
selling
the
weed
nation,
at
but that's
discount
okay.
prices.
Once we blow
Keep
it
it
out in the
local.
air,
Keep it
it's
local.
for the community.
Right.
Okay. Whoever's in that space. Social distancing will be over more than likely, so why
Yes.
Yeah,
why
yeah,
not?
pretty much.
Fine. Man, I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna catch up on some of the things that I already owe. $1,200 isn't a whole lot. I think I
Right.
heard one of y'all say
Yeah,
that.
$1,200
so,
ain't shit.
I
It ain't
mean,
nothing.
I was like, to live in a good neighborhood, that's not even a one-bedroom apartment, really.
You can't live in
Now.
a good neighborhood for $1,200 a
Yeah,
month.
like-
You can live in a
That's
shitty
I
neighborhood.
mean, you might be in the neighborhood, but your apartment
Right.
isn't
Yeah.
up to that standard.
True. Yeah.
Like that's you drive past all the other homes and then you sadly turn into your drive
What?
and just drive to the back. You ain't even got no gate in the front. The other thing that may get in the way of some of you is whether or not you actually filed your taxes last year. So we talked about the money coming out,
yeah.
but if you didn't even give money back to the economy last year, that's where they're starting as far as like the distribution of funding.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you are up to date. Well, I don't know if there's anything that you can do
Didn't
now.
they extend the
Now they said you can file your taxes from
Okay.
last year to
So
get
you
it.
can file to,
You can
to
file
become
last
They
year.
extended it too, right? So it's not.
Okay.
What was it? April originally?
Yeah, April or June. I think it's June now.
June now.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
June.
Yeah, so you still got time.
Yeah. I need to file my own now that we.
But I know all these
What?
everybody listening. I know
I
half
filed, I
y'all
just
got
don't know.
kids and
I mean,
half
once
y'all
they
on child
extended
support.
it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
filed. I just don't know if it went through or not. Yeah.
You're just waiting for the.
Because I don't ever see. I don't see it. Like
Yeah,
it's
tax-
either between student loans or my child support. It gets taken. So I don't
You know
really
you
ever see
filed.
mine.
You don't know where the
I
money
just
went.
I just
if it came.
I'm like, long as something gets paid with it, cool. Just stay off my neck. Long as somebody got it.
Yeah, the IRS, they're
Yeah.
gangsters.
Oh, what?
They're the real gangsters.
So our next story is one of the things that a lot of you are doing right now is Netflix and chill. The interesting thing, that quarantine and chill, So it has gone to like a whole new level. But even like when you think think about the entertainment industry. So one of the stories that we were talking about is there was a new film that Issa Rae was working on. It was a comedy that's supposed to be coming out called The Lovebirds. And because of everything that happened with the quarantine, they didn't know how they were going to be able to release it. So the film's theatrical release was slated to debut at South by Southwest on April 3rd, but as many of you know, that got canceled along with so much. But Paramount pulled the plug.
Wow.
Netflix swooped in and saved this production. So now Netflix is going to be showing that particular movie on their special release.
Wow,
so
Netflix
you'll be able to like pick that up. So I was like, that's amazing. Like to know that Netflix, when the rest of Hollywood is all the way shut down at this point.
Right.
I mean, films like A Quiet Place Part 2, Antebellum, Fargo, these are all highly anticipated projects that are literally on hold right now. Like, you saw the buzz, you've seen the interviews, you may have even seen some of the actual promotions and snippets and scenes
I did
come
for
out.
Fargo.
I was like, I saw the same thing for Antebellum.
Yeah.
And then here we are now, fast forward, and we don't know what's going to happen with that.
Sucks.
So, but
this whole quarantine
Silver lining, Netflix.
Because I'm hoping they don't push back the who was it, the Black Widow and
that is pushed back, dude. There's no way. They were still filming. They were still filming for it.
Just put it out.
Well, no one can be around each other.
And then do the undeleted scenes. Just add some extra scenes to it for the one that comes back out again. That's all I'm saying. We'll come and see it. Just
the fully extended version.
Yeah, just give us a half extended version. Like, just take a couple scenes out, show it to us, and then we'll come back on the theater.
Isn't Tyler Perry sitcom.
Wow. Okay. Well, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap everything up for business. Again, like I said, be enriched, be educated, be entertained, and if you like me, sometimes the entertainment's just gonna come from the room. Because sometimes I don't know about the two of y'all.
Hey,
right,
you know,
right.
We love it. What can we say? Thank you, Keisha. Appreciate it. Okay, guys, stay tuned. And we're back at the What They Don't Tell You podcast. Now it's time for the topic of the day, artist do's and don'ts. Now this is an important topic, I think, for any artist that's in the industry and those who are coming into the industry to know certain things that are good to do and not good to do. Like, for instance, let's say don't ever be late. That's a great one. One thing you don't ever want to do is be late to an audition. Late to an interview. It's not a good look for you guys.
Or late coming back from lunch. I was like, I did know a talent who actually got fired because she did not come back on time. And they were like, thanks for entering through this door. If you'll just walk down this hallway real quick. And then they showed her to the back and escorted her outside.
That sounds like something I would do. Like,
because I was like,
you can leave now.
Yeah, you thought you were on your own schedule. Time is money for a reason. You know, this is an industry where time is legit money.
That's right.
And I was like, I think a lot of people forget that, one, you ask someone else to give you a check.
Right.
So you're literally coming to them, asking them to pay you for your craft and to say that you're legitimate in that.
Right.
And then for you to behave that way is disrespectful.
Right,
Right. So you really need to see it from the standpoint of behind the scenes. And a lot of my experience with that definitely comes from being not in front of the camera, but behind the camera, watching all the mayhem happen.
Keith, can you give me some examples of what are do's and don'ts in comedy?
Do's and don'ts in comedy. Definitely for anyone looking to be a host in comedy, definitely a big don't is let's not do a 5-minute set in between every single comedian. This is something that I notice a lot in the open mic scene. You know, just because you got a room to run a comedy show in, it's not your show. It has nothing to do with you. You're just the host. It's your job to keep the show moving, to make sure each comedian has enough time, and plus you want to keep your audience there. So the only time you really want to do some time in between comedians is, let's say someone gets up there and they do a horrible job and they bomb. You want to kind of tell a little joke, maybe make fun of them a little bit to get everyone laughing to make your next artist's job a little bit easier. But I've noticed a lot of comedians get up there and they want to do their own special in between each comedian. And that's not how this job is done. Like, it should be 1, 2, 3 and keep this show moving.
And let me tell you, I actually tried that one time.
Tried what?
I actually went up on stage one time. Horrible. It was tough. It was hard. So trust me, comedy is not something.
Wait, you went on stage as a comedian?
Yes.
What you mean?
Are you funny?
A room I was hosting.
I'm hilarious.
He did pretty good. Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah.
He was
funny.
funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what my problem was? Is I was too excited, first of all. Because first of all, there's no fear. I don't mind getting on stage and acting a fool. But the problem was is I was too excited. So I started forgetting the story. So I was just up there just yabbing away, then jumped up a couple head of sentences on the story. Then I tried to go back to clean it up, and it was just like, and then all you saw was Keith was like, get up, you gotta get off, because I only had like 3 minutes, so I'm just trying to run 5. Like you said, you gotta stick to the script. So the only thing was I just wasn't ready. You know what I mean? But getting on there and having the time and being funny, that's my thing. I love it. It's just, it was my first time ever doing it, but.
He did a good job too.
Congrats to you. I mean, that's a brave thing.
I
was like, a lot of people when called on to shine, shrink away from the light. So the fact that you were willing to just stand up there firm.
Oh man,
he got up there.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I was proud of
him. So here's the thing though, are you gonna do it again?
Hell yeah! What? I'm just waiting for this quarantine to get over with.
I was like, you're not worried, huh? You're not worried.
I'm just like he said, I'm waiting for this quarantine because you know I run the show. I told him he's got time whenever he wants it to come on out, and I'll put him up and see what he can do. Like I said, he was able to continue talking. So I've seen comedians get up there and just lock up.
Oh wow, like nothing.
Like
just forget the lines.
Straight Walt Disney.
Dead air.
What? Some of them it'd be like
deer in the headlights, staring at everybody.
Like, they'll just be like, so you be like, what, dude? Finish the sentence.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, but some other do's and don'ts. This is one thing I have to say. I really agree with. As a person who has worked with, don't always agree with your agency. Sometimes it's good to have differences because the one thing people don't realize with an agency is they're like, okay, I'll put a perfect example. The manager is like your mother, right?
Okay.
They're the one that's going to make sure your headshots are done, your resumes are done, making sure you get auditions, your auditions are set, making sure you have, even if you were booked, you have other things to bring income in. So it's not, if you have time for other things and you're just on this one show, we're going to make sure you get advertisement, publicity, all these different things.
Very involved, detail-oriented,
right. Agency,
focused. Yeah.
Agency's like a temp agency. They're just there to get you a job. Once you got a job, don't come see me until you're out of work. You feel what I'm saying?
Got it. Yeah.
So it's like, basically, once you got a job, they're good. Then once it's time to set up and get a new job, that's where they come in. It's time to get you another job. But other than that, once you're working, hey, that's good. But it's on you to get your name popping, to get these going, because that's all they're looking for is, are you gonna make me money? You know what I mean? So sometimes, and then sometimes they'll put input that could necessarily hurt you. So you always want to I always tell my students to always look at yourself as a business and not an employee. No matter what it is in the industry, look at yourself as the business and you're contracting yourself out. Because if you do that, then you're never going to mess your business up, because you're always going to look at, how do I want my business represented and looked at? You know what I mean? I'm not going to do anything to maybe sell my soul or disrespect myself, because I want my business to be set and be looked at as respectable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, keep in mind also, when you say disrespect and you say respectable, that's definitely all relative to the artist, right? So you need to be clear on what your lines are. Right. I always say know what your non-negotiables. Right. Start developing that list. So what might be non-negotiable for me, I might have an issue with cursing in a film, but the rest of you might be okay doing that. Right. But if that's a non-negotiable for me, I need to let my agency know that, so they're not trying to send me to Cinemax to perform.
Right.
So you need to know for you, like in your heart, like what's really truly like an issue. A lot of times now, what's interesting is the industry has changed. Like nudity used to really be something that happens more to the females.
That's right.
But I've seen more and more films now where the men are asked to do nudity. So what's your thoughts on that when you're talking about do's and don'ts when it comes to nudity?
I mean, me personally,
from a male perspective,
I'm down with this.
I was gonna say,
I'm down with letting it hang, man.
Like,
I don't give a shit.
You talk about I gotta get naked with Holly,
but I ain't doing no gay
like
shit or nothing. Like if there's some other dudes or something. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being gay or nothing. But like, I'm not.
But it's just acting. It's just
I don't give a damn. This ain't acting. If I gotta sit here and kiss Todd and I'm butt naked and his dick out, that's not acting. This is happening.
Let me tell you something. and this is
on camera.
On camera, right?
On camera.
And this is personally for me. I have no, whatever you choose, your preferences, whatever, that's you. You know what I mean? Whatever makes you happy.
I mean, that's cool.
But if you come to me with the role and say this is a gay scene and I say no, and it's like, oh, come on, man, no. Like, why can't you get another gay man to play this gay part?
Right.
For that can
or
give you the
straight man that doesn't mind doing that.
Right, exactly.
Right.
But don't force me to do something that I'm not comfortable with doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing I have an issue with when it comes to being, nudity or sex scenes or anything like that. It's like,
now if it's a sex scene with a woman, that's fine. We can do those all day.
All day, yeah. I give you the best.
I'm on the market right now for those kind of scenes.
Like buck ass
Well,
naked. Like,
let's be real.
I mean, you're gonna have on the skin
No, you're
or
not always.
skin
Stuff
tone
put down
tights.
there,
Yeah.
you're not
like,
always.
Well,
yes.
some, but it
For the
depends
most
on,
part.
you know,
But it could be a
depends on
sex
who you're
scene,
dealing
and then
with,
you
right.
have to walk flash past the camera, and they now know that you're like
Just
fully
give me
naked.
a year to get my body right so I can look good on there, because I'm not about to come in there with my toes not clipped and hair is on. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my body
They'll
right.
take care of those parts.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
But there's
And
some
I don't
parts
mind
that
coming
you may
in
or may
like
not
that.
groom.
I'll come
You know,
in
I'm
hairy
good.
with
I'm
toes
just asking,
unclipped.
you know.
If I'm coming in look like Will Smith like that old chisel, boy, I'm taking everything off.
But Will has never been naked on camera below the
Bullshit.
waist.
His first film, he did a gay scene
yeah,
with
he
the
did
dude, and he
a gay
was
scene.
naked. What was
Well,
that movie called?
was he naked though?
Philadelphia?
Yeah, he was naked. Yeah, he was naked. You can see his whole
Philadelphia?
bare ass. 6 degrees of separation. Yeah, he
That's
was
right,
naked
that's
in
That
that.
was,
He didn't do full frontal, but he was
right,
naked.
but he was naked. Yeah.
Yeah.
He may had a little.
Y'all don't know if
sheet
he had a body
movement.
double?
He had ass
No,
out.
he ain't had nobody.
No, he didn't. That was his first film.
And I
think
know
he
of
got
his
in.
body double. He didn't know him back then.
Okay.
Yeah, I know his body double. He didn't know him back then.
Does he really look like Will?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, wow.
I mean, not so much in the face, but the ears, the head, yeah.
Enough
He-
similarities
yeah,
that if
he's
you
got-
weren't up close,
Right,
you're
right,
like,
right.
that's
You can
Will.
tell, like, oh,
Yeah.
snap. Yeah, so.
when you talk about like the do's and don'ts when it comes to nudity, and just because I mean we are moving into a day and age where you see so many films. I was like Netflix, the main channels that you see on television are even starting to kind of cross over into that, and it does play a big part. And I'm glad that you even mentioned the idea of whether or not same-sex scenes. What would you guys talk? Let's talk a little bit about that. What does that mean, like for the do's and don'ts of those types of roles?
Of a sex scene, you mean? Like just
same sex.
Same sex? Oh.
Same sex and nudity.
Same
So I know
sex
you guys
and
said your
nudity
own
scene.
preferences,
Oh,
but
but you
again,
mean just
we want to
for-
talk to the audience
To the
about
audience,
do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts.
So even from an audition
I mean, I
standpoint,
think it all comes down to the person and what their moral stand on
Right.
life is.
Have a
It's all
respect for
about-
the other person. Like
Yeah.
you should have a communication and understanding of.
It comes down
what
to
are
the
boundaries
individual, if
For us
anything.
too, right?
What
know
you
what I
will
mean?
and won't do,
If you
right.
guys are gonna
Right.
really agree to do this, and it's like two girls or two guys, and you're willing to do this, what are the boundaries that we're willing to go? Because you got to remember, some people are married. You know what I'm saying? Some people.
Yeah, but like
are
she said, at
relationships.
that point, if you're willing to cross that line, you're just acting.
Right.
But that also brings you back to your own morals.
Right.
Like, are you okay with acting like you're physically having sex with a man on film?
I'm sorry. Here's my thing. Even though I went to college acting and I've just studied all the techniques and I've been all through that whole realm of acting. There's a point of acting where it's realism. You have to be as real as possible in a moment. So everybody says this is just acting. No. You have to really go there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
In other words, if I'm doing a
Physically
scene
and
with,
mentally,
if
yeah.
I'm doing a scene with someone,
And it's an
right?
intimate love scene
Right.
between you
Yep.
and another man. You
and
have
that
to be
chemistry
intimate.
has to
Come
be real.
There's a technique in acting, a technique, one of the techniques where you have to envision someone in your life that you've had the same type of impact as to whatever the scene is that you're dealing with, right? So in other words, if I'm doing a scene with you and the scene is about you murdering my parents, I may not have my parents murdered, but I may know of someone in my life who has done something bad to someone in my life. So I'm picturing that person and I'm playing towards that person so that I can get a real reaction
Right.
in this moment, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So if I'm doing a sex scene, right, and I may not be attracted to this person or it may not be someone I'm into, I have to physically go somewhere in my mind to someone that I really feel in that kind of way with to get to that moment of really being turned on to you.
But that comes down to the individual, right? Like, that means, are you mentally capable of letting go enough that you can look at this man like you are intimately in love with him and
Some
kiss him
people
and really have an intimate love scene with him?
Some
Right.
people can. Some people.
I'm
can
not
really
one
like
of those
that.
people.
I mean, let
Like,
me
I
put
don't
it to you
care.
this.
I just don't think
I've
I can
had
do it.
scenes where I've had to be. It wasn't on no gay stuff, but I had to really be submissive and really love another man in the scene like a brother or whatever.
That's
And it's
different.
That's
That's
not
like,
ability.
that's
But
like
I'm just
a
saying. But I had no. I don't know this person.
right.
I've never had any connection with him. I don't even know what his
Well,
last
that's
name
your
is.
scale of acting.
But
there.
it's the fact that I had to get to that point of letting my wall down to trust it and
That's
just freely
vulnerability.
going. Right, being
I mean,
vulnerable.
can you be vulnerable in that
Right.
scene?
And that's
I
what it
was
all goes down to.
I mean, and I'm glad you said that because I mean, this is a little off topic, but vulnerability is literally the key to being an actor that people can respect.
Right.
You know, if you can't tap into the emotions that's going to make it real and to be open enough in that scene with that person to be able to share in that moment, then the people who are watching it aren't going to be able to make that connection.
Right.
What would you say are some dues to actually take yourself there?
Oof, to the dues of taking.
And I was like, while you're thinking, I want to hear from the comedic aspect,
Yes.
because a lot of people don't think of comedy as a vulnerability.
Right.
It's the most vulnerable thing you can do in entertainment is comedy, because a lot of comedy is, like they say, there's a little bit of truth in every joke. I know, just from watching comedians and being a comedian, that a lot of what we talk about is just the truth. Like you'll hear in my comedy a lot of times, like I'm not even laughing. I'm on stage literally saying this isn't funny, like this happened to me, and everyone's laughing because they're like, oh, that's so funny the way he's saying it. And I'm like, dude, like I got arrested, I did go to jail.
Yeah.
And like you have to be strong enough to put yourself in front of people and just say the fucked up shit in your life. You have to be able to just say, yeah, I slipped and the screwdriver went right into my butthole and I had to get 3 stitches. It was horrible. But you have to be able to bring that and say that to someone, and they're like, they think it's hilarious, but you literally have a scar on your ass from.
Yeah, that's a horrible.
Right. I mean, no, it didn't happen to me. No, fuck that. No,
I was like, shut up. Saying this okay.
It's not funny.
It didn't necessarily.
Why are you laughing?
But I'm just saying, like when it comes to comedy, the thing about it, you guys, is like it's the most vulnerable state that you can put yourself, because see, the thing that I learned about, I guess, transitioning from music to comedy was with music, when you get up there and you're about to like rap a song that you wrote, you got the music, you can already kind of see if they're on your side. So you get up there, you got the beat, the crowd's feeling you, you got a hype man, you're like, okay, let me crank this shit out and start kicking bars.
Right.
When you're a comedian, after they say your name and they clap, it's dead fucking silence.
Right.
Wow.
At that point, everyone is just looking at you like, okay, so you say you have a talent, prove it.
Right. Right.
And literally, I've been in comedy clubs, it's like the moment you say the punchline, it'll be like, ha 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 ha.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Like everyone's like, okay,
that was
silence.
And I've watched comedians crumble when a joke goes bad because they were too vulnerable.
Yeah.
They weren't strong enough to deal with the rejection of what they said didn't work.
But don't you guys have like a test market? Like that's the whole point.
Open
like
mic.
try it.
That's what open
like,
mic is.
You just got to get up there, fall on your face, roll over, and try it again.
That's
like
it.
That's
the thick skin that comes with that.
You can't
like,
look for the laugh. That's the one thing that even in improv I tell my students, don't look for the laugh.
Look for the
Because
gasp.
if you don't get it, it's going to mess you up. So if you look for just trying to be real in the moment and just get your point across, get your story across, or whatever it is, don't look for the laugh, because then when it happens, that's what's going to give you that, oh, hell yeah, I got something.
You're like, oh, shoot, it worked.
He's right.
Or when they laugh and you don't expect it.
Right.
You're like, oh, that was funny.
That was-
Mental note.
and that's
Mental
the
note.
best.
I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to bring that back. That one hit.
I actually had to learn how to enjoy my laughs.
Wow.
Like, because I was the kind of comedian that I was just so in my own head that it, like, I didn't even pay attention to the laughter, like you're saying. I was just like, let me get this.
Right.
Yeah.
And a comedian, his name's Gary Cargill. Shout out Gary Cargill, man. He taught me, he said, Keith, man, he's like, you have to learn to shut up sometimes. He's like, because you'll be
I be saying that all the time.
He was like, you'll be killing it,
Right.
but then you'll just start the next joke.
Right,
Like
and
you
not
don't
let it finish.
you don't even embrace
Hear
the
it.
fact that they loved what you just said.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to make a pause in my comedy to where it's like,
Active listening.
Yeah.
got it, motherfuckers. All right, here's the next thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to do that because I just be like, da 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 da. They're laughing.
just fire
Yeah,
them
guess
off.
what else, motherfucker?
right,
And I would
right.
just keep rolling. So, I mean, there's a lot of different aspects to comedy that it's a very vulnerable state, especially when shit is going bad. Because 3 minutes, ask DJ, can feel like 7 years.
What? Yes. It felt that way quick. It was like, I only been up here how long?
I think that's my. It's not my time.
Like, woo,
There's
when
more
I saw-
time.
I was like, you got 4 minutes left.
Whoa.
He was like, what?
I was up here 4 minutes already. Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
It's like
Now,
4 seconds.
It's crazy. Now, some more do's and don'ts, I would say. First of all, when you actually are an artist, do's and don'ts. Now, let me ask you something, guys. Especially you, Keisha, someone who actually knows a lot about this. When it comes to headshots and resumes, because the only reason why I'm asking this is because this happened the other day.
Okay.
We were having this kind of debate on whether or not this was a good idea or not. But
Okay.
some agencies say print your headshot, right? Either you can print it on the back of the actual picture, I mean, your resume,
Resume.
on the back of the picture. I'm sorry. So print your resume on back of the headshot. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I prefer you to put everything together because I just think about what happens in the transition of an audition. Right. I was like, when you're doing an audition and you've got hundreds and sometimes even thousands of people coming in, the last thing I want to deal with is more paper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, so I got a resume, then I got a headshot. Some people paper clip stuff together. That ain't gonna survive.
Right.
It barely lasted in your own bag getting there, staying connected, right? You do a staple, it's the same thing. You're shuffling things, you're moving things. I think it's easier. Now, some people are of a mindset, and I've been there when the casting directors are literally like comparing and doing like that rapid fire of talent in front of them. They want to look at the resume in one hand and hold the headshot in the other. But again, I'm always thinking about that final transition. When you try and stack it together, you throw it in a box or somewhere in your car, and that stuff gets separated. I just think it's just really difficult. I was like, yes, you might want to look at your face and look at the resume at the same time, but you could just flip it over and be able to be like, I was like, I like what they're saying. I like your look. What have you done? Oh, okay. What? It's right here on the back.
Right.
Cool. And be able to look at that. So I think of that. It kills less trees. You're less likely to get lost. You could just flip it over and get the information on both sides, what you're looking for.
Now here's the opposite side for me is I always tell them I don't think you should print on the back of the headshot. One, because what if you book something and you done printed out a bunch of them with the headshot on the back, your resume on the back of it. Now you have to go get new headshots because once your resume changes, you have to change the resume.
Right.
But if you have it on the back of the picture, now you got to get new pictures and new resumes. Secondly, ink, sometimes certain paper and certain ink may smear.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you're having pictures that are being damaged and so forth. And also one thing for me is I'm just an old school person. Why not just staple? Staple the corners, 4 corners, paper on the back, staple 4 corners.
Keisha doesn't like those staples. She doesn't hate that.
What is wrong with that?
I was like, because now you look like you have a scar across your forehead. Like, you to me, it
why is
just
my
looks
forehead
well, hold
in the
on.
corner of my headshot?
I'm just saying, what kind of stapling are you doing?
Right in the middle.
I've had people literally staple in the middle and in the middle of the top, middle of the bottom, and I was like, and
that's stupid.
That's another don't, guys.
Do you have a piercing?
That's a don't.
That's a don't right there.
Don't staple in the top and the bottom of your headshot.
Right? Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna do it,
there's one right in your nipple. Why is there a staple in your nipple?
Make it inconspicuous.
It's nipple piercing.
It should be inconspicuous. Now, I do also say to that standpoint, and just coming back from another perspective. Don't be so presumptuous to print out 200 resumes.
Right.
Like you said, your resume becomes invalid the moment you book work.
Right.
How long did you think you were going to be sending those resumes out to go out and presumptively? Now, I was like,
I print 1 for this trip I'm going on.
Yeah, I was like, print 5, maybe print 10 for whatever you have going on. Think about, this is when you talk about being business minded.
Right.
A business is going to analyze what they're going to and know how they need to be prepared for that.
Right.
How many people do you anticipate meeting?
Right.
And then maybe double that. If you think you're only going to meet 2 people, think about whether or not they're likely. Do your research.
That's right.
Are they likely to have a production assistant? Do they have a personal assistant? Are they the assistant director, the casting director, or are they a person who's just running the camera and they're going to send everything back and collect all of the data? You really need to understand the type of audition that you're going to as talent. Stop being lazy. Stop thinking that every single casting is the same.
Right.
Every single one of these is different.
Right.
Sometimes I think you need to even look at it not so much as I'm trying to book this job, is I'm just trying to make this connection.
Right.
I think the best thing that you can do for yourself to alleviate the pressure as talent is to go out there and say, I'm just trying to go out here and network. Every audition is a networking opportunity
You stole the next
to
thing right
meet
out of my
a
mouth.
casting
Perfect.
director who's going to remember you the next time.
That's right.
Or remember you that time to say, no, you're not good for this, but I just like you.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? Easy to do business with is what makes people want to continue to work with you.
That's beautiful. Yeah, because that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, a lot of times I tell my kids, don't go looking for the book the audition because you're going to kill yourself every time.
Right.
Look for the next audition after that.
Yep.
In other words, look for them to want you to come back. That's what you're going in there for. The icing on the cake is if you booked. That's the icing right there.
Right.
All we're doing is you're perfecting your audition skills. And after you perfect them, you'll start seeing results. But you got to start somewhere. Start small and work your way up.
Yep.
But don't just go in thinking I'm cocky, like I got this, I'm back in the bag, right? Because every time you're going to kill yourself.
Yeah.
All right, another do and don't that I always tell my, students or anyone that I have an opportunity to meet is do not, and I express this as much as possible, do not just wear anything.
Oh my gosh.
To an audition.
Oh my gosh.
Do your homework.
Please.
Like, there's some people that will go and dress like, if the audition says they'll be a military, they'll go full-blown military outfit.
They don't even know what branch of the military.
Right.
You got on camouflage pants and a...
Well, listen, guys, we want to thank you for joining us for our topic of the day. Stay tuned.
News about real topics.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit.
And welcome back. I'm your boy Keith Vance. Welcome to Keith's Corner with some of that real shit though. You guys, you know me. Every time you come on my corner, I only come with that real. I want to give y'all a little bit of comic relief and a couple things that I've been thinking about this last, I guess I could say about 2 weeks now with all this corona shit happening.
Okay.
I want to talk to y'all about celebrity presence online right now. And it's something that, like, it's bothering me. Like, it's pissing me off. Will Smith, you're already fucking famous, okay?
Oh, wow.
You're the legend.
He just went there.
He's untouchable.
I don't give a damn what he is. Yeah.
That's my guy.
No,
He's
he can be your guy. Fuck that, Will. You already got your money. Get the fuck off of Instagram and let us, like, low-budget people get our shine
on Instagram.
Okay, no,
See, I
but...
can't even be, I subscribe.
But think about it, like Gary Owens, like everybody's on Instagram right now. Everyone, all these celebrities, and you know what's fucking me up? Is every time I go live, guess who's live? Will fucking Smith.
Well, what are they gonna do with their quarantine?
Who do you want to watch? Keith Vance and Will Smith.
They're quarantined.
You're just supposed to be funny.
I don't give a damn. Quarantine in your big ass mansion with all your money and all your celebrity friends and get the hell off my platform. Instagram is for us. Like these celebrities,
oh, that's your issue.
Yeah.
They're killing me right now.
You see where he's coming from?
Yeah.
Do y'all feel me? Because I feel like these celebrities right now, they're taking my shine. This is my time. No one's
This
ever...
is when you're supposed to shine bright like a diamond.
I'm trying, man, but every time I see this little notification, Will Smith is live. And I'm like, damn it, Will. Don't you have something better to do?
Maybe
Don't
you should invite him to some of your...
What if you added a little bit more flair to your Instagram? Like, maybe outfits.
Okay, look, don't talk to me about my fucking flair.
I'm just saying.
I've got plenty of flair, okay? My flair, my Instagram is jumping, okay? I'm just saying all these celebrities right now, they're jumping online and they're taking the shine from us regular folk. Like, how often have y'all seen celebrities online now?
A lot.
Every day.
Every day. Matter of fact, Deion Cole started doing stand-up online. So
Deion Cole's doing stand-up.
There's comedy shows online.
They're doing battles now.
They're
DJ
already
battles.
famous.
Yeah.
You know what? This is a break for y'all. Celebrities, this is your break. Y'all get to chill and just be yourself and sit at home. Can you please stay the fuck offline just for a little bit? Because everyone's at home right now and they're looking for that new star. Yeah, that could be me. But guess what? They're not going to see me because Will Smith just went live again. And I can't compete with him. He's skydiving. He's eating like creme de la creme and shit. I'm over eating ramen noodles. You don't want to watch me eat ramen noodles.
No, I don't.
He's been doing a lot on this. It's funny because he came and took over YouTube because now it's like his viewers are sick.
Dude, his channel on YouTube is like the most jumpin'est page on YouTube. And I'm like, bruh, you're Will Smith.
There's nothing that he doesn't do well.
Hey, that's my guy. I can't.
Please.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
I just want to know, can you please?
A national treasure.
Keith.
Oh, it's inspirational? It's inspirational.
It is.
Well, it's inspiring me to give the fuck up. Alright, that's what I'm
Don't do that.
We don't want that.
I mean, but now's the time for anybody who wants to be creative to really like leverage their platform. And I get what you're saying. You're just saying, you know, they're taking up space that you would have otherwise been able to really truly present your craft.
Right.
And if the timelines happen to collide, but I mean, y'all not even in the same industry. Like, Will Smith isn't a comedian, so people who are watching your show,
he technically is. He's done stand up.
He's not. I mean, he done stand up.
There's not something that he can do that I'm not trying to do.
But
he's already
he did
made
that on YouTube. Sorry.
Yeah.
He actually went on there and did stand up.
Dude.
Was he good?
Yes, he's Will Smith. He's good at everything. Get the fuck off the internet, bro.
I mean, I was trying.
He's scratching things off his bucket list.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you just need to understand West Coast time and adjust accordingly, so y'all not
I'm supposed to film at 3 a.m.
Yes.
I mean, this is for us low budget people. Everybody, please stop going live. Please, everyone, just stop going live. Because as of right now, we're giving the government just a live feed of our living room.
Wow.
Think about it. So, like the other day, I was watching live, and motherfucker comes in, and you literally watch a drug transaction go down in the middle of his live video. Like the dude comes in, he's bragging about he's buying weed, rolls up the weed, and he's on live. And now look, he's only moving nickels and dimes, so yes, we know the federales ain't looking for him. But please,
still, that's recorded.
It's still a device.
It's recorded.
Now
like, you could go back. Maybe they're like, okay, just flag that. We'll come back to that.
Right. We'll get him whenever martial law kicks in. We'll have to kick his door down. So the thing about it is everyone's going live. Let's just be cautious. Let's still stay conscious out here. I know everyone's getting bored and they're trapped in their house, but come on, let's be for real with each other. You are literally filming the inside of your house. Like, I just saw your son fall down the stairs and you didn't stop twerking.
Right.
Wow.
Like, to help your son, he's on the floor crying. And
you know what kills me? The whole eating. What is this thing about watching people just
mukbang.
eat?
Mukbang. Or mukbang is what it's called. Mukbang.
Spell it.
They got another...
MUKBANG.
Is that one?
It's an Asian thing. This is actually where the corona came from, if you ask me. Because these Asian bitches be eating some crazy shit, man. I'm talking like octopus, like bat feet, chicken beaks, eyeballs.
Wow. Exotic eating?
Like
well, the ones I watch, it's called something. They got another one called like ASM or RS. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty much you're sitting and watching people just sit and eat some of their favorite KFC, Taco Bell. It could be Chinese food. They're just sitting there eating and just talking.
Why are you just watching people eat?
And you're just listening to it.
It's the sound of them eating, like the actual
sound.
What
you want to hear.
It's actually a fetish. Like, you don't want to know what people are doing in their houses about this.
I see my cousins doing this.
I've never done it.
Watching people eat.
Yeah, just my cousins.
So this isn't like a companionship. Like you ain't got nobody to eat with because it's the corona.
No,
and you live
it's
by
just
yourself.
literally a video
this is something that was
telling them how you feel
before
about your
corona. Yeah,
it's just crazy. It's crazy.
That sounds horrible.
The KFC and shit he's talking about, that's the American version.
You want a version of it? You want me to give you a version?
You want to watch the...
Back away from the mic. I need you to back away from the mic.
But see, no, like he would have took a much bigger bite.
Right.
Like they're huge bites. But the thing about it is,
everybody told you.
I'm gonna get on to my last thing is. This is something that really bothers me, and this is something that goes on in probably every entertainment aspect that I've learned.
Well, after you hit Will Smith, I'm a little nervous now.
From being a rapper to a comedian to a writer, acting, all that stuff, what I've noticed is, why do we keep stealing each other's shit and bringing each other down? Like, you ever notice that people don't want you to shine if they're already shining?
Crabs in a barrel.
I feel you.
And like, this is something I've noticed, like with a lot of mics I've done in my day, like I'll go and perform at a club and I'll do really, really good. You can tell that it was just a great show and I'll never get booked again. And it's literally because the person that runs that room, they're like, nah, I don't want him coming in here doing better than me.
Wow.
Because this is my thing and I'm the star. When in reality, I'm cool as fuck. So it's like, I'm just gonna put it on the record right now. I'm cool as fuck. You put me on, we coming up together.
Yeah.
But for some odd reason in the entertainment industry, we don't like to see each other shine.
Right. And that's entertainment, baby. Yeah.
But I don't think that's right. I mean, have you ran into that in the entertainment industry?
I have literally, there's a thing where agents will sign you. And they'll actually sign you on, but then put you on the shelf because they only signed you because you're outshining one of their actual artists that they have already signed.
So true.
So what they'll do is they'll put you on the shelf so they can get this person more work and keep you off the circuit.
They already got someone like you and you in this competition. Instead of just looking at it like there's enough business that I can get both of y'all.
That's right.
We're looking for this type and I've got two. So if this one is booked, then I've already got a backup for you.
Right, to book somewhere else. And that's the thing that I want to just put out there today on Keith's Corner is y'all keep it real with one another. Let's stop pulling each other down and let's start coming together because Malcolm X always said it the best. There's power in numbers.
You better talk about it, boy.
I'm trying to tell y'all, I might crack jokes and I might need Mr. Ha-Ha sometimes, but let me give y'all some real shit. There's power in numbers and we can do a lot more together than we can do separate. Thanks for stopping by Keith's Corner.
God damn it, power to the people, man. Shit! He came with that one, didn't he? Alright guys, stay tuned.
What they don't tell you.
Podcast.
Real news about real topics.
All right, and we're back. We want to thank you guys. This is the end of the show. Well, guys, we are your host, DJ Mifflin,
Keisha Williams,
Keith Vance,
and we are the
Beast
Squad.
That's right, for black excellence and black entertainers. All right, so stay tuned and we'll see you again next week.
And wash your hands.
What they don't tell you.
What they don't tell you.
What they don't tell you.
Podcast.
Real news about real topics. That's what I like about this show.
Or mode for the most sincerest expression.
So it's truth and jest. I pride myself on saying real
What they
shit.
don't tell you podcast.
People don't even notice I'm saying.
I'm just using your gifts as a vehicle